What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 11, Not Phaedra's Type. Quick video. Oh my God. When the episode started off and they were showing everybody what they was doing, we see Phaedra, getting ready to plan the birthday party for, is it Aiden? Her oldest. I cannot believe we literally sat here and watched Phaedra be pregnant, lie about her due date because she ain't wanted to be known that she got pregnant before she got married, give birth. Oh my God. And now he is literally 13 years old. Girl, we are old, okay? Damn. We really have been watching these kids grow up in front of our eyes and become either young adults or teenagers. This is crazy. Might have time flied. But anyway, so she's doing party planning for his birthday. And then when that scene where Heavenly was doing Sweet Tea's mouth and said, baby, so who gonna pay for this? Do you paying for it, or you got to get the money from Greg or whatever? And she was like, I got to get the car from Greg, or you got to call Greg. And she said, "Cool, I never had to get the car from him." I said, girl, you know what? That's what it sounded like she said. I could be wrong, but it sounded like she said that. I was like, girl, all right. But then we get into, this whole thing with Toya, and Eugene. Last week, we saw her complaining to Simone about the lack of, I guess, excitement in her marriage and doing date nights and things of that such. And it's like when a man tries, I totally miss when she said, when Simone had brought up what he did for her, brought her down to North Carolina or something like that for her birthday at one point, and she gonna say that was boring. And I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness, it's the thought that count, but geez, it's like Toya is one of those people that's just never satisfied. She's never satisfied, and the thing of it is, she better be so thankful and so grateful that she has a good man by her side, because that man loves her down. That man is trying to do any and everything to appease her, to take care of her financially and everything else in between. Because I don't know too many people that have put up with somebody constantly putting me down and then doing it on a public platform, on TV, and just embarrassing me all day, every time, basically trying to say I'm not doing enough, I'm not enough, and all this stuff. And he trying his best. The man literally had to pick up 3 extra shifts just so he can go on this couples trip. Like, come on, okay? Because honestly, he ain't have to do all of that. But he tries. And he wanted to get her some flowers. So instead of just getting her some flowers, he brought her to this flower shop so they can make their own flower arrangements and things of that such. And they're trying. Meanwhile, you got Heavenly and Dr. Damon are having this medical mixer. It's mostly for Dr. Damon's pain center that we saw him open up earlier in the series. Girl, when I tell you, when Damon came up in there, right? Damon came in there, and it's a good little networking type of situation so that, you can meet other doctors, other, medical people, and, get introduced to them, their patients, and all of that type of stuff, right? It's networking and giving appreciation to people, Baby, when he walked up in there, I was like, okay, that's Dr. Damon. But damn, when Dr. Heavenly walked up in there, girl, I was sitting there like, who is this? Is this Phaedra? I said, was she up in Phaedra's closet? And I didn't really want to tweet that until Simone had said, I can clearly tell that Phaedra had dressed Dr. Heavenly. And sure enough, the dress that Phaedra had on, all the sequences, and Simone Heavenly had on all the sequences, the back out, it was short, feather, and all that stuff, boobish and everything. I was like, oh, Heavenly, I didn't know you would wear something like this. It literally looks just like the dress, one of the dresses that Phaedra has in her confessionals. But hers is all covered, but it's the same sequence, design and everything else, color and all that stuff. The hair and all of that. I was like, oh, okay. But it was cool that everybody showed up. Um, of course, in Dr. Alicia. Let me get on Dr. Alicia for a second. Dr. Alicia, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're just trying to do this so it can look like you're, being a supportive wife and you're not trying to quote unquote embarrass your husband on TV and agree that, your husband is a little dated. Your husband and his ideals are not really fitting for how today women really are who works, and today in general your husband is quite sexist if you ask me. Okay, and then you had Gregory up there talking to him, talking about some, yeah, I like my wife to fix me breakfast in the morning and do this and do that, me just do take care of the house and bring home the bacon and everything, and she fried up. And I said, sir, first of all, you would never get me to try to submit to somebody whose voice, my voice is deeper than yours. Okay, first of all, that would never happen. But anyway, I'm just sitting here like, oh, Kima done got somebody that agree with what he do. You know what I'm saying? We already saw that throughout the season, the way he was waiting on Sweet Tea to get him some food and everything. And I'm like, your hand's not broken. Like, okay. But anyway, she basically, because they was trying to figure out did she know, how did he did she know what he was saying with the guys, and how was he did he change or anything, or how was his experience being home with the kids while they was going to Napa. She was like, oh yeah, she changed a lot. Now I don't know if he's gonna change for a long time or probably just a couple of 2 weeks or whatever, but other than that, he good and all that stuff. She has good. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, that's cool or whatever. But at the same time, when they brought up things that he was saying at the little get together with the guys, and how basically, he don't want his balls being cut off, and men got to take more control and all this stuff. On the one hand, I get why the women was telling her that, but on the other hand, it's like, I'm not surprised that she responded the way that she did to them, to their face, because it's like, what did you expect her to do? To say, oh yeah, he wrong as hell for doing that and all that stuff, and cuss him out right then and there. She's not gonna do that. But of course, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk mess in the confessional, and we're gonna make it seem like, maybe because y'all feel some type of way that I actually respect my husband, and I don't want to make a mockery, so therefore you want to make a mockery of the fact that I have a respectful marriage and I respect him and I do this. Girl, shut the hell up. You give me your husband be running you ragged, okay? You give me your husband really don't respect you behind closed doors, and y'all putting on the front. You give me like you're scared to be around. You give me intimidation. Like you're intimidated by your husband when he comes around. Okay? You let him speak to you any type of way. And I'm not saying that you cannot be submissive in this day and age. It's a thing about being submissive and having respect and being in a marriage is a partnership. Okay? We don't need to have gender roles or whatever and all that stuff. I know some of y'all still do that to a certain extent, but it's okay if your woman or your husband is doing this and doing that. You ain't got to be designated to be the caretaker all the time and the one that cook the breakfast and cook the foods and clean the house. Baby, we can all do that. We can do that, and we can wash the clothes, okay? So, like, come on. That's what it's giving, like, you his maid or whatever. I don't know. She a little weird to me. But moving on from her, and I see why she not a full cast member. I don't understand how come she got a freaking confessional, but hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, Phaedra do come in there, and it was a little cringy to see Heavenly basically, like, I think either Toya or Simone or one of them said, auctioning off Phaedra like she a prostitute. Had that lady up there turning around. Anybody single? She's single. Look at her. Anybody want to come up here? Whatever. Look at the goods and all this stuff. That one guy that said, I want to clap on that or whatever. I'm sitting here like, excuse me. First of all, she's not even giving you that type of fever. She's not giving you that type of attention that'll make it seem like it's even okay for you to even say that. And then you're going to say something like that about her ass. And then you got, Heavenly basically having her turn around and all this stuff in front of everybody. That was just so weird and just so out of place for the event where they was at. And it did give a little auctiony feel because that's exactly, I said, baby, we black folks should be tired of, we should be staying away from auction blocks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was given slavery, okay? I know somebody like Ashley, that's a reach, but I mean, just, that's what they did to us. I mean, just because it's black folks, like one of them said, you're auctioning off like she a goddamn prostitute, but she playing with it, so, girl, I guess. And then Simone had brought the ladies together and said that, they're celebrating 10 years of them all going to trips together. And they go down memory lane of the different trips and the good trips, the bad trips, and all of that they had throughout the show, And it's been 10 years. So for this 10th year, Simone and Cecil have thought about going to Hilton Head. I think it's North Carolina or whatever. Did the Real Housewives of Atlanta go to Hilton Head too at one point, like a couple of seasons ago? It sounds so, or was that Blue Ridge? I think that was Blue Ridge. But anyway, they're going to Hilton Head, right? And as soon as they said that, Jackie had this visceral reaction like, what? And I was like, girl, what's the problem? Girl, that's the place where Curtis got caught cheating. And it was all over the blogs and everything. And right off the bat, I have to give it to Heavenly, but I'm going to have to take some away. Because Heavenly, I feel, was being a real friend in that moment. Like, wait a minute, girl. What made you want to go ahead and pick Hilton Head when you know what's going on? And that probably would stir up some memory, and that probably would trigger her, because that's the whole situation where it went down with Curtis. And then Simone is like, well, oh my goodness, I didn't know, I didn't remember, that was not on my brain and everything. And the reason why I picked it was because it fit well with everybody's schedule and everything, something like that. I don't know if I 100% believe Simone. I do not feel like I don't know, I don't want to say that she did it on purpose. This is the part. I don't feel like she did it on purpose, but we saw later on in the season, in the episode, when her and Heavenly got into it, and she said, I known Jackie for 20 years. Okay, well, how is it that you known Jackie for 20 years? And I get it that you busy. I get it. But if that's my friend, I'm gonna remember some things that probably the main things that hurt her. And that's the main event that hurt her. That was one of the main things that hurt her. Okay. And the fact that Heavenly, who wasn't her friend for 20 years, and she remembered right off the bat, Hilton Head, girl, that says a lot. But then I have to remember at the same time that they had a moment where they were not speaking for a couple of years. But still, it makes me feel away. But at the same time, do I necessarily feel like she was trying to do it in a malicious way and she probably did just slip her mind? Yes, I do feel that way. Moving on from that, Heavenly, what else was going on in this episode? Let me fast forward, y'all, because I'm just trying to get to the good part. Can we skip to the good parts? It was real cute. I'm gonna just go ahead. The birthday party. The birthday party happened with Aiden. And well, before the birthday party, we saw Jackie go over there and she talked to Curtis, okay? Curtis, first of all, the fact that we seen Curtis this episode, Curtis is becoming like Juan, okay? Curtis is becoming like Juan. Baby, it's a possibility that we may or may not see him these days, all right? And he's coming around very sparingly. And so I was surprised that he was at the mixer. Was he at the mixer? No, he was at work, I think. He's finally back. And, for a person, what type of freaking business does he got over there in the DR? I really want to know. And I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying, because, he telling Jackie, I got to get prepared for a trip because I'm about to get a leave in like a week or so. I said, what? He just got back, And she telling him about the couples trip going to Hilton Head. He really don't want to go because he don't want to have the focus be on them. And like he said, and they said, it's going to be somebody. Granted, they trying to do this couples trip because some of the newer people in the group, like Sweet Tea and Alicia, they never experienced that with all of the couples together, right? But then that it's going to be somebody, because it is this group and we know how they are. They thrive on drama. Somebody's going to bring up the situation with Curtis. And Curtis feeling some type of way. He don't want to go because he don't want to be the focus of attention. They put that issue to bed and all that stuff or whatever. Jackie kind of want to go because she says she passed it. But at the end of the day, you know what, Jackie, you not a little. Granted, you say that you passed it or whatever, but you not pissed enough for me. Okay, I'd be slightly pissed because at the end of the day, I'd be like, bitch, you the reason why we in this situation. You are the reason why we in this situation. I'm talking about Curtis. Okay, but he really didn't want to go. So then we get the birthday party, and it was cute. It was expensive. I think Toya then was asking whether or not, his daddy was coming, Apollo. And it was like, if he a good dad, he should be able to, come out or whatever, regardless of his being in jail. Nobody cared about the fact that he was in jail. Okay. It's just that I don't know what the relationship is between him and his son. But after looking at that, baby, what could he do for the birthday party? Because it seems like they probably was going to do separate birthday parties anyway, right? Can you imagine going from having this extravagant birthday party and then your daddy just bringing you a cake? I mean, it's the thought that counts. If that's all that he can do, it's more than nothing. It's more than doing nothing. So we ain't even gonna do that to Apollo because we don't know what's going on. But it was cute. All of them kids was there. The kids was having a fun time. I ain't even hating on it, because some people would be like, "Why are you spending all this money on this kid or whatever?" Well, it's at an age where he will remember. He's turning 13, so technically speaking, he is now a preteen / a teen. Okay, he's entering that age. He probably about to either, knowing them kids. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to high school this year. Okay, because the boy seemed very smart. We've seen it since he was a baby, and just to have that moment, and then to see Dwight. Girl, I said, look at Dwight. I said, child, he was at the first birthday party and he at this one. I said, okay, that's cute or whatever. That they still cute, cool or whatever. And I, regardless of what I can say negatively about Phaedra, about the, how she comes off a little fake or whatever, I will say she gave us a real moment, and she gave us probably the best moment of the show, if you ask me. Because it was real. It was real. It was genuine. It was human. It's a mother appreciating her child, and a child giving that appreciation back. You know what I'm saying? Him getting up there, giving that little speech and saying, you empowered me, you encouraged me, you could be a little bit overwhelming, but I love you. You my best. It was just everything. I was like, oh my God, for a young child to speak so highly of their mother or their parent in general, I know that just warms and just melts a parent's heart. Because I know, bitch, I would have been, girl, let me tell you something. After Phaedra was telling us about giving us a little history of him and talking about how, that's her little best friend. And, even though because she made sure to clear it up when she said when Apollo went to jail, to prison, he became like the man of the house or whatever. But she was like, and I mean in the sense that, he kind of became her little protector because that's what boys do most of the time. But she knows and he know that he was still just a kid. That's just what it is. He stayed in the kid's place. I said, yes, clear that up because, people got a history of making the little boys the head of the house, taking the man's place and all that stuff. We need to stop that. They let these kids be kids, right? But that I forgot all about that scene when he first went to school and he was in that back seat and he didn't want to go because he wanted her to be with him all the time. Oh my God. Y'all, I was sitting up in here like, you know what? If that was my child, this is how I know I'm not ready. Oh God, because listen, Phaedra better than me because I would have been a puddle. It would have just been a puddle. It would have been a swimming pool 3 feet deep of tears right around me, okay? Just coming out. My baby. You my baby. That would have just been me, baby, okay? It was so cute. It was so cute. And a cute human moment ruined by Heavenly and Simone. But mostly and mainly Heavenly. And here's the thing. Heavenly, I understand that you are Jackie's friend. And this is why people say, and even Simone called you a bulldog. You sometimes want to step in and not let people fight their battles for themselves. I do not like, and it made me think of, and I do like Heavenly to a certain extent. Sometimes she could be a bit much, and sometimes she could be really, really funny to me. It's one of those type of situations. I really don't have a problem with her, but at the same time, it reminded me of one of the lives that she did. Her and Carlos, they do the Messy Mondays or whatever, and they talk about Married to Medicine or the Real Housewives, whichever one. They talk about the Sunday shows, okay? And on one of them, I think it was when the episode when Quad got kicked out, and Carlos had to say, "I will talk if you let me talk, because you are always talking over people." And that's exactly what she did when it came with this situation with Simone and Jackie and her. Here's the thing. Jackie showed up, well, having me up there talking to Simone and talking about, bringing up I don't know who brought it up or whatever, about how come you picked Hilton Head. Okay, fine. We got it. It's fucked up or whatever. And I do agree with Heavenly. Simone could have changed the date, or she could have changed the location. I know she said she already had it booked, but if that's my friend and I know my friend had an issue and I messed up and booked this by accident because I didn't remember, I would have did all I could to rebook something else, okay? Even if that means I have to change it to a later date or whatever. I would have did that, because out of respect for my friend, because I really want my friend to be there and I care about her feelings, right? I don't want something to trigger her, you know what I'm saying, and put a down, make the trip feel down for her, because even though she's trying to put on a front and think that everything is okay, this is still the place where her husband was cheating on her at. This location, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like she could have changed it. It's okay to push it back a couple of days, a couple of weeks if you have to. But at the same time, at the same exact time, when Jackie came over there and basically told them that it's a possibility that they may not come because Curtis really doesn't want to come. And if Curtis not going to come, she's not going to go because it's supposed to be a couples trip and she's going to stay by her man. Jackie couldn't get a word out. Heavenly interjects. Simone couldn't get a word out. If you ask Simone a question or Jackie a question, here comes Heavenly. Now, see, because she felt this way. See, this is what happened. And, I'm doing this because of this. And she not doing this because you should have did. I'm like, girl, shut up. That bothered me so bad. It pissed me off so bad because at the end of the day, I understand you are trying to be protective of your friend. You trying to have her back and be on her side and look out for her. We get it. But at the same time, she is a grown woman. And if she wants to say that she has an issue with something, let her address that with Simone. It's not your issue, Heavenly. And that's why Simone called her a bulldog. And I'm not mad at her for saying that because that's exactly how she came on. And then when they go to the side and have that little conversation, they still loud as hell about it. And I'm sitting here like, it's not your fucking business, Simone. Heavenly. Yes, I get you trying to protect them. Yes, I get you trying to stand up for Jackie. But why are you more upset about it than Jackie is? If she is not upset and going off the way that you are, you shouldn't be going off the way that you are, okay? It doesn't make sense. It's not being done to you. She's a grown woman. She can handle herself. And I agree with Toya. Jackie, get your ass over there and shut that shit down. Okay? Speak up. Speak up. And she had to let him know it's all to the good. It's all to the good. Calm the fuck down. I was just like, and then to do that at the birthday party, like, come on. Just when you thought everything could go off without a hitch, here come this little hiccup. And you got two of the loudest people. Here go Heavenly. And why you being so loud? Bitch, you one of the loudest one. And Simone really wasn't being loud. Simone naturally is loud. But Heavenly, you was louder than Simone in that moment. Let's be real, okay? You were doing the absolute fucking most. And honestly, I would have kicked you off the trip just because you don't come on. Then, it's the next day, they getting ready for the trip or whatever, and we saw that, I think, when everybody shows up together, I think this is on the next episode, that Jackie had called and said that they're not going to come because Curtis doesn't want to come. He don't want to relive all that or whatever. And that's fine. That's understandable. I wouldn't have been upset if I was them. I wouldn't have been upset to receive that news because of their situation. It's understandable, right? The only issue that I had about this part at the end was Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, I don't really have a problem with you. But the main issue that I do have with you is the fact that you keep constantly bringing up the fact that you are around older people. And you're like, I looked up Hilton Head and I'm sitting here like, oh my God, it looked boring. And then, I don't know, I'm around these old people. I don't know what they finna do and everything. I'm sitting here like, why do you keep on bringing up age? You bring up age so much as if you're not far from being their age, okay? You better hope you make it to their age. And I just don't understand bringing up the age thing and saying that you're around older people and you don't know what they're gonna do because they act like old people and all this stuff because of their age. But yet you married an older man that's around their age. So therefore, his friends are around his age. So you should have known that his friends was gonna be the same age as him or older. Okay, you didn't have a problem. What did you think, that you was gonna be around some young folks or whatever? People that was in their 30s, people that was in their 20s or whatever. I'm like, come on, you're getting on my goddamn nerves with this. Okay, grow up. This is what you married into, right? You wanted to be with this man so bad. You wanted to be a part of this show. You knew who it was. You were a fan of the show. So why now is it a problem that you around people that's older than you? People that's the same age as your man? It's okay to fuck him, but it ain't okay to be around people the same age. Girl, anyway, moving on from that. That was the episode, y'all. It's about to be a mess at this trip. It is about to be a mess at this trip. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about the episode, and I will see y'all later. Peace.